Hi Arvind, welcome to Tech Talk with Pavan. I am very excited here and inviting you for this talk.
Hi, Pavan. It's so great to see you here. You have been an inspiration all through and for many years, and you are still continuing inspiring many people like me. So it's very nice to see you here, and I would be glad to share whatever tips and tricks for the upcoming software engineers, etc. Yeah, great to see you.
Let's begin and just start with how different avenues also we passed up programming to data to and now AI and ML. So this is the current generation looking at, and you are on that same. Okay, so vision, I have a couple of questions, future vision. So I just want to understand what is your vision and vision if you're going to have another decade to work on the IT industry and you're going to work on which role and what could be the contributions in that area?
Sure, Pavan. Yeah, so the future vision, it's very bright. Most of the tasks will now be automated, like even the pre steps for machine learning, everything like data cleaning, data purging, etc. So everything is going to be under auto machine learning, auto ML mode. So the cloud providers have given a lot of pre-built algorithms which can do that automatically for us. So the most of the stuff is going to be around auto machine learning, and also on the OpenAI based foundational models. It's like we are building on top of the foundational models. We are training the foundational models for our additional use cases. That's how the future is going to be, at least for a couple of years. And many people, many organizations, many industries would be focusing more on data science or data-based learning, because traditionally many industries like finance, etc., they are based on quantitative models, like very scientific approach. But now we have lots of data sets, huge data sets. And I think everyone would be transitioning into using data based models, like even deep learning or latest transformer technologies, etc., into predictive modeling, etc. So I think this is going to be the future, at least for a couple of years. And I would like to play a role in the deep learning and machine learning parts. So I have transitioned from different career, software engineering career path, to data science. So and I have a couple of patents in the file transformation in machine learning as well, and deep learning. So I have some experience in the transformer architecture, a patent in that, and also in one of the sports models. I have written transformer based prototypes to predict the next event in sports, etc. So this is where I would like to see myself in, where we use more data to train our use cases, and also go forward with that. Yeah.
As a technical frontier, Arvind, so you are into the couple of data sets prepared and worked on different data science projects, right? So how do you look into that area and how do you envision that area? What do you think about this preparation of that? How we can prepare, how our teams will be work on it? What could be the ideas on that?
Oh yeah, so this the data side, the team needs to be skilled on that. So it's not going to be easy. It would take maybe couple of years for the team to get hands on with the different tools, different the concepts like the calculus, the probability distributions, etc. So the definitely I would recommend taking a couple of short courses if they have not done anything formally in their university, like taking a couple of nano degrees from industry leading institutes like Udacity or Coursera, etc. So not to spend too much time, but try to see test the waters, like uh, data scientist, deep learning nano degrees, which are of 3 to 4 month duration. That's how they can upskill themselves and be on the platform. That's how the teams can be prepared as well for the data science projects. And for further, if we are able to participate, if the team is able to participate in some hackathons or latest tools on data science, that would be good, because we have to be keep updating ourselves on different things. So that would be helpful. And also attend some conferences, and also participate in presenting something in open source contribution. That will also keep motivated,
Okay.
and for the organizations as well. Yeah.
Okay, great. Good idea. Innovations, you are started, right? So you're working on some patents as well. So I just want to understand how you start. What are the things makes you to drive towards the innovation?
Yeah. First of all, you should have passion for the subject. So once you have passion, and if it is a niche area like upcoming area, then you will always get some opportunities where you can think about novel ideas, etc. And you have to keep on trying. So even in my case, I tried to file a couple of patents earlier in one of the organizations, but they didn't go through. So I didn't get dejected with that.
Mm,
I still feel that the you gain more experience when you try to apply, or try to even break into it. So that's how I was always in search of novel ideas. That keeps me motivated, and that's how I finally ended up having one approved patent in the machine learning space. That's a very different experience with the patent review board, and how you can add more to your ideas, and how it can be broadened in the scope, etc. And how it is applicable to your use case in the organization. That's very important, because the organization needs to be carrying that patent. I mean, the support system that is required for filing a patent,
mhm.
that is very much needed from the organization. Yeah.
How you are going to select that one towards this personal growth as well?
Yeah, personal growth, having a patent is always a good thing on your resume or profile. It gives
Mm,
you immense satisfaction that you have invented or discovered new ideas, etc.
mm,
So that's going to be a very good add-on on the resume. And the other part is, pushes you to keep updated with the latest technologies, and where you can contribute with novelty things. And that gives you an edge, because you'll always be on the forefront. And it also gives a perspective of the worldwide systems, like what other people are doing, because I'm getting patent. It will be reviewed across the world, if there is any other filing on that, etc. So you will be able to get insight into what the competitors are doing. So that way it will help you understand how the landscape is across the different industries, or how they are using the new technologies, or how they are creating novelty out of it, etc. Yeah.
So when you're selected this one, right? You want to
Mhm.
go for this is a innovation I want to do. So how
Mhm.
you started this? You said it's a niche area which you need to look for, but
Mhm.
where do you start searching for that one? Which area? Where to start? I don't know. So I just want to understand. This is the point we can start and we can go into deeper. How did you start it there?
Earlier I tried to file patents in database sites.
Mm,
Yeah, that was completely on the database triggers, etc.
mm,
That was a regular software technology, etc. So once I was architect for modernizing legacy systems with AI or AML based systems. So there I felt it's a very niche area, novel area,
mm.
upcoming area.
Okay.
I mean, advancements have been done. So you have to try to kind of enter this space where it's kind of upcoming. So that's how I try to make the most out of it, because
Okay.
when I filed initially in database side, database triggers, the database has matured a lot, and many people are, especially for Oracle, it has been in the game since long. So
Yeah.
generally it's already matured, and the probability of success is less there. But when it comes to AI, ML, machine learning, there is a lot of scope here,
Mm.
and you will be able to start here and then get success more often than not here. Yeah.
Okay.
Earlier I tried to file patents in database sites.
Mm,
uh, yeah, that was completely on the database triggers, etc.
Mm,
Um, that was a regular software technology, etc. So once I was architect for modernizing legacy systems with AI or
mm,
AML based systems. So there I felt it's a very niche area, novel area,
mm.
upcoming area.
Okay.
I mean, advancements have been done. So you have to try to kind of enter this space where it's kind of upcoming.
Mm.
So that's how I try to make the most out of it, because
Okay.
when I filed initially in database side, database triggers, the database has matured a lot, and many people are, especially for Oracle, it has been in the game since long. So
Yeah.
generally it's already matured, and the probability of success is less there. But when it comes to AI, ML, machine learning, there is a lot of scope here,
Mm.
and you will be able to start here and then get success more often than not here. Yeah.
Arvind, let's jump on to the next section here. I'm talking more towards the career path. So, okay. So you have a couple of milestones. You started as a just joiner, like in IBM when I am with you. So after that, you develop yourself towards a tough programmer in Java, and then moved on to a couple of different journeys, right? So just add how it is, what is the milestones you have in your career path?
Yeah, thanks, Pavan, for asking that question. So the career path mine is has been a roller coaster journey.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
initially started with IBM as a Java programmer, and it was where I met you. I got some mentorship from you, very critical for me to understand how to take real life projects, etc.
Mhm.
And from there, I was into programming, mainly into Java programming, and I moved to product companies, and then even there, I was into Java programming, but whenever there is a new challenge, I always accepted it. So in Qualcomm, I got an opportunity to work on modern software, which is into C++ coding, and that's completely a switch. Although there are something similar, it was not easy. I accepted the challenge, and I had to learn from my mistakes, especially on the memory management, and the device would be crashing if we go wrong somewhere. So that's a very critical step. That is, we have to keep learning ourselves. That's how I was evolving in C++ as well.
Mm,
And then I moved on to other Java and C++ projects as well. And at that time, I realized uh, it's not about getting stuck in one niche, one particular area. I wanted to get an understanding of the entire picture
end
of
to end.
different systems which are interacting.
Mm,
So there I started focusing on developing an all-round skill,
mm,
trying to get understanding of databases, front end, back end,
yeah,
servers, web servers, etc. In Oracle, especially
mm,
when I was working, and you were also there
yes,
in
yeah.
Oracle. Yeah. So at the time, I got a lot of understanding of the web server details, how and the front end JavaScript revolution,
Mm,
the single page app development, etc. And also the cloud development was very new at that time. So I was in Oracle, also had a cloud, and I was really trying to focus on getting all round skill from cloud certifications as well,
oh,
especially on the security and other aspects we generally don't touch, but the cloud certifications will help in understanding, getting understanding of that. So I was very conscious of where I am heading to. So I similarly I made choices accordingly, and then finally I was into Salesforce as well, and where I got exposure to multi-tenant platforms.
mm,
It's a very big platform ecosystem, and then I built my career such that I will move into architect position. So finally, I landed up as an architect
oh,
in a very big company, UHG, the Optum,
mm,
etc. And till that point, I was mostly into software engineering, architecture, etc.
mm,
And in Optum, I got a chance to modernize legacy applications into using AI ML, and that is where my interest actually changed again, because in my college or university, I was very passionate about artificial neural networks. I did a face recognition project using MATLAB in my university. I submitted the project, so I was very interested in that. But at that time,
no
the
opportunity.
advancements were not there,
Yeah.
and also the opportunities I got was in software engineering. So I was actually very interested in that. So that is one more place where I thought I want to switch my careers, etc., reposition myself, and that was not an easy choice. And also it doesn't happen like all of a sudden. You need to put in hours, put in efforts. I spent around 1 to 2 years,
Mhm.
etc., in understanding, refreshing my calculus, refreshing my probability statistics, college was, and choosing right courses, etc.
After 10
I was
years, I
trying.
think, right? Almost.
Yeah, this is after
Yeah.
10 years, almost 13 to 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then finally, when I wanted to switch to data science officially, I mean, I was doing from architecture point of view, and I filed a couple of patents also, but I wanted to do more into the commercial projects, etc. This is where when I tried for data science opportunities. So I built a data science portfolio, but the opportunities, it will not come easily because you have already experience in so many other technologies, and it would be risky for anyone to offer a job. So, but there are some opportunities which genuinely are interested in being open to critical talent. So I tried out job opportunities abroad in the UK. So the in UK, I got an opportunity to work as a data scientist and develop my career in data engineering, etc.
Mhm.
The Even that is not easy because the number of opportunities you get abroad is very less sponsorship opportunities, and you need to grab those opportunities. And for that, you need to actually get prepared for that. Once you are in good preparation, then even if there are opportunities are very little, you can grab with both hands. So that's how I entered into data science and data engineering, and I was into sports markets, etc. So sports and finance kind of related,
Mhm.
sports and finance, etc. Uh, this is how I transitioned from a software engineer to architect, and then to data scientist and quantitative analysis, etc. Yeah, this is my career journey.
Great,
Thanks for
Arvind.
touching on
That's
this.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, Arvind, in this journey, you might have some challenges, right? So there could be
mm,
some difficult paths also. Some work,
yeah.
sometimes it doesn't work. So even you said when you tried from software engineer turning towards data scientist. So that point, how did you made yourself uh, fixing the things and trying again and again and making your challenges smoother? How you worked on it?
Yeah, so it is both personal and professional as well. For switching into data science, uh, I I wanted to be very strong in the fundamentals. So I had to take some time after office as well in getting my concepts right, revising the college syllabus, etc.
Mhm.
So I spent a lot of time in understanding the probability concepts again, probability distributions again, etc. And most of the times I try to follow some videos also in which are available in YouTube, etc.,
Mhm.
which are of good quality. More the focus was on quality materials,
Mhm.
because the internet has lots of materials and has lots of tutorials. So the context might be different. So you are understanding the concepts might be impacted if we don't get the quality materials. So
Right.
I spent time in deriving the formulas, etc. I did that to develop an intuition,
Mhm.
because once we do the hard work, then we can develop the intuition, and it all comes on the fingertips, etc.
Mhm.
So I worked on that, and I was I was able to convince my family as well that okay, this career choice is very highly interesting to me. I was very passionate about it in my college as well,
Mhm.
and this is the right moment. So I had to convince my family as well, and they were really convinced, etc.
Mhm.
That's how I did it. And online courses, you have to do some online courses. I'm in for people who are very serious. They can probably join masters weekend masters program in
Okay.
prestigious, or and then they get some certification, but that is not a guarantee, because
Yeah.
that will add value to yourself, but
Mhm.
the placements, etc., it's not a guaranteed case. So you will work hard for a couple of years to get the master's degree in data science, but it may or may not end up you in a data science job. Even that risk you need to
Okay.
accept
Okay.
it. Yeah. Yeah, and as I said before, accessing the quality materials, I ordered some books as well. But
Mhm.
online, I used Penn State and Probability Course resources. They are really good. They help in understanding the fundamentals, and then you have to write notes. Yeah, because the concepts it is easy to forget, and once the notes is written, then you can quickly recollect whatever is required before an interview, etc. So
Okay.
you have to maintain a log, etc. Yeah, and also be good at Python, the data skills, data analysis skills.
Okay.
Python is a beautiful language, and it takes time to master
Get
it.
that.
And once you master it, it is really beautiful, and especially for data analysis.
So what
Yeah.
are the libraries you need to learn on this Python? Python is again vast subject again.
Yeah, yeah. Mainly pandas, NumPy, and scikit-learn, SkyPy, all these machine learning frameworks, etc.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you are into deep learning, PyTorch and
Okay.
PyTorch from Facebook. Yeah, that's also for deep learning. It's really good. And one is from Google as well.
Okay.
Yeah, PyTorch libraries, etc. Yeah.
I'm talking about the learnings from your setbacks, which you are going to have something like challenges in your work areas and might be you encountered, right? And how did you handle that one? How did you work on them and resolve them?
Yeah, sure, Pavan. I did have lots of challenges and setbacks, and there are so many learnings out of it. And I'll present one example in Salesforce. So I was the Salesforce tech lead for a very critical project which impacts millions of customers, Salesforce customers. It's an integration project, etc. So it's a very critical project, and was the tech lead for Salesforce. At that time, I was very hands-on on algorithms and data structures. From Java side, but the Salesforce technology itself, the Apex language was kind of very new to me, and the platform also was very new to me. It's a very challenging situation because I need to understand the platform within a couple of months after joining Salesforce, and fortunately, the documentation of Salesforce is really good, and although the platform is very huge, the documentation really helped me to draw parallels with Java programming language, etc., and also
Mhm.
the concepts, database concepts, trigger concepts, the CDC concepts, etc. So I was able to draw parallels with whatever experience I had.
Mhm.
So the first challenge was to cope up with new platform within a couple of months. So that was really challenging. And the second challenge was to, convince the people around me who had experience in directly in Salesforce platform for 5 to 7 years, and the experience I bring in executing the projects, etc. And I had to convince the other team members as well. So we persuade them and also kind of explain to them why this works and why this doesn't work, etc.
Mhm.
That's the second challenge, and the other one is aligning with the business leadership, because the business leadership wants to implement the most important things first. But from technical standpoint, I wanted to take execution in a staggered level where I want to test out with the smaller impact projects, and then go big on the next level of projects. So the business wants always wants to work on high priority things, but from technical standpoint, we need to explain them, how do we go about approaching this problem to minimize the impact, reduce the risk, and then go convince them as well. And while doing this also, there are lots of architecture challenges. So sometimes the platform technology evolves so much and the compatibility issues would be there. So there are challenges with redesigning, etc., that we always need to be on hands on with the architecture team as well. And finally, the people challenges. There are lots of people challenges, especially working with 15 people with different skill sets, with different speeds, different thought process, etc. How to manage the workload across the team, etc. Not making sure that one person is not overloaded, and also when we want to delegate responsibility, identify and groom the next person who is capable of doing some of the tasks that I needed to do, etc. And lots of challenges in the people front. And also when this project is very critical with a wide impact, there are other teams which are integrated with us, so how to coordinate with them, how to align with them, etc. There's lots of challenges, and actually I was able to deliver the project within 10 months to 1 year, and it was really successful. Yeah.
So, okay, Arvind,
um,
you said you have shaped up your career in a different modes or avenues. So I just want to understand from your mentorship related, how
Mm.
your career path is changed with what kind of mentor, who mentored you, and did you mentor anyone else? Two things I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
want to.
Yeah, first I will come to you. So when I was a fresher in IBM, it was you, Pavan Bhavani, Shekhar Devarakonda. So it was you who has mentored me a lot, especially when I was in a fresher mode. I was kind of get stuck on understanding one line of code, etc. I think you have given me proper direction. You asked me to take a certification, etc. So it's not about only adding value to the resume, but the certification really helped me shape up understanding the concepts of Java very clearly, so that I can do a code walkthrough of the real time project code very quickly. And also, you also mentored me not to get bogged down in details, get a high level picture of what is going on, the flow from end to end, etc. That is very important in real projects where you need to get a high level picture instead of trying to tie down yourself in smaller details. We can focus on smaller details when there is a specific bug around one specific area, but you help me understand different components, how they are integrated with each other, etc. So it's a complete mindset shift from being a fresher to how to go about in real world. So your mentorship was really helpful, and I'm thankful to that. You have always given good resources for me to cope up with the understanding Java, etc. You
Thanks
have
for
been
remembering,
inspirational
Arvind.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
how
have
did
been
you also become you also mentored, have you made your contribution as well towards next
yeah.
teams, your teams?
Yeah, definitely. Within other organizations as well, I identified a couple of people where who can probably take on the next level of roles, and I have groomed them to take up the next level of tasks. So I've given some of my tasks to them. So I mean, helping them, getting them to understand what are the other challenges, etc. I've mentored in Salesforce. I've mentored in Optum as well, and in Progress Software
Mm.
as well. I was the tech lead for JDBC drivers. So there were a couple of freshers and also uh, mm, 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 uh, interns who joined us. So I mentored a couple of interns as well. They are having a good career now in very big companies. A couple of the interns as well.
That gives very good satisfaction, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. So, Arvind, while doing this, have you come across decision making, critical decisions also in your
Mhm.
career path? So, what are those, and how did you manage them?
Are you talking about any specific project or?
No, you go with your own experiences. Anything.
One of the things is of decision making is in execution, how you go about execution. And the other one is as an architect, how do you go about choosing the right tools and technologies. So I will talk about the first one. While executing any project, the decision making, as I have discussed in one of the previous cases in Salesforce, I took a bottom up approach where the impact is minimal first, instead of trying top down approach, because once we touch from top down, in this particular case, trying to tackle it from top down, once something is impacted, it will percolate to all the nodes, etc., dependent things, objects. So this is where the decision making from technical standpoint comes, and where I have really thought about it and put forward my plan of how to execute this. So this was very critical in delivering it successfully, and
Mhm.
learning from the first small delivery, learning what are the mistakes, or what are the critical things that we missed in the first delivery. So always try to start small and then increase there. That is on the execution part.
Okay.
On the yeah, on the architecture part, like the, there are multiple things like designing tools and technologies, etc. Sorry, using the right tools and technologies, etc. Which tools are best for this use case, what the business wants, how we are aligned in the roadmap, like what does the business want, accordingly choose the technology, and also whether the technology is supported by the IT system, and also whether the team is skilled in the particular technology that we are going to use, etc. So all these aspects are very critical important in the decision making
Okay.
aspect of from architecture standpoint as well. Yeah.
So, Arvind, you were having multiple roles, right? So, you worked as a
Mm.
software engineer and then team lead and architect, right? And
Yeah.
now you're managing your own project. So,
Yeah.
three different things, right? You working fresher, you are turned into mature one, then you are now handling everything on yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
what is a strategy in these areas? In each level, what did you learn? In each level, what is a major thing which you can say this is an important thing?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. For when we are on software engineering role, it's very critical to get the coding aspects right, the implementation right, and when we are trying to fix anything, it's not like I fix uh, at the high artificial or the superficial level. I go down to the bottom of the problem, the finding, it's called the root cause analysis. Once I get to the root cause analysis, then I apply the right fix there. And yeah, as I told in one more question, the I try to think over the problem majorly before trying to apply the cause. So, from a software engineering role perspective, always try to get to the root of the problem and solve it. That is from the software engineering role perspective. And from the tech lead or team lead perspective, it's about coordination, aligning with aligning the different teams. It's mostly on people challenges, etc. That's a very good learning for me as well on how to handle people challenges, etc. And there is always something to learn from handling people, like what are the different mindsets of the people, what are the different kinds of thought process, what are their career ambitions, what is stopping them from getting there, or what is the thing that they are trying to align to. So that was always a very good learning on people front. And the architecture front, yeah, so even that is from the architecture front, what we need to focus from my experience is thinking more long term, strategic vision, and thinking more how to align with the long term using tactical strategies, like short term how we can get there slowly. Yeah, the short term strategies and also the long term vision, that are very important
Mhm.
for an architect. Yeah.
So when we are going to talk with the customers, when we are going to communicate, you might
Hmm.
encounter with the multiple stakeholders, right? So what
Hmm.
is the your way of handling with the stakeholders? What is a major thing in communication you observe?
Major thing in communication is the gaps that are created uh, because we are on one page, the customer might be on another page, etc. So that is a major challenge. So always try to close the gap between the understandings of each of us by trying to demonstrate the product with them every weekly or twice in a week, or
Mhm.
and make sure that they are happy with it, etc.
Mhm.
That is the major
Always you take
gap.
feedback. Okay.
Yeah, take feedback, consistent constant feedback from them, because these are software engineering projects, unlike big infrastructure projects where everything is in waterfall model. You
Mhm.
have to plan everything beforehand. These are like software engineering projects we have, where there's a lot of flexibility, and you have to take constant feedback so that we can align with what the customer wants. This is a very critical difference between other infrastructure and software projects. That's the communication gap and understanding the gap, technical features that they want, and whether we are aligning with them or not. So that is one of the things when we are dealing
If
with
you have
customers.
something with the customer, like let's say there is some disagreement, how do you handle?
Mhm. Okay, so the disagreements, there are lots of disagreements.
Obviously.
Uh, yeah, it's about how what fits the market. So if the customer can show us that this is the real model they want and this
Hmm.
is what the market fit is, then I think we have to think about how we can achieve it technically,
Hmm.
whether what the customer wants. So the market fit is important. So I expect from the customer to show that this really works, or this is what their end user wants,
Mm-hmm.
etc. And if they can show, then we have to think about solving that problem from a technical standpoint. Yeah, that is one of the things. If there is still disagreement, probably we need to completely revisit or revamp the structure completely,
Mm-hmm.
so from the ground. So that's why it's important to take regular feedback instead of waiting till the end.
Yeah.
If something needs to be revamped, it has to be immediate.
Oh.
Yeah. And if there are still technical challenges with the what the customer wants from the
Mm-hmm.
technology point of view, I think we should probably uh, take a back step and see which technology can solve this problem, etc., and
Mm-hmm.
probably
Okay.
pivot into onto that one. Yeah.
Once you told while our discussions, right? So there was Java coding as well as .NET. So you said .NET is much faster if you are comparing with the Java executions. So that is one of the decision making, right? So did you got into difference finding that in depth what is happening, why this is making difference, drastic difference, right? So it is changing from Java to
Yeah.
dot. What?
Not exactly in .NET, but C
Mhm.
Sharp
C
and
sharp, yeah.
C++ as well. Yeah, so Java is like byte coded encoded, so
Mm.
it runs on any platform. So that means there is one more layer in between.
Okay.
Unlike C++, which is compiled into that particular hardware and Linux or Unix or Windows operating system. So they are very fast because they are compiled, whereas Java is into bytecode.
Mm.
So there is a JVM in between. So that helps from the developer point of view, and also it keeps us not worry about the platform, but worry about the program. Yeah, that's from Java and C++ point of
Okay.
view,
Mm-hmm.
C Sharp point of
C
view.
sharp. Okay.
And yeah, but now everything has changed with the Linux container movement, and we can stick ourselves to one particular environment and work towards code in that environment,
Mm-hmm.
where the container manages all the hosts required. I mean, the infrastructure for executing that project. So now it is more different compared to the way it was in
Earlier.
JVM world.
Mm.
Yeah. So now it can be I mean, you can be
Agnostic.
language agnostic. You can, yeah, I mean, the container will take care of the required environment, etc. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, nice, Arvind. So thanks for the insights about this language agnostic. So I just want to go into the deep level of technology areas which you already explored. So
Hmm.
right now you are into the data science and machine learning, right? I just want
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
touch up that area. So how did you
Okay.
start the algorithm approach? How did you start working on the something efficient algorithm where you start that one and then we are going to think about making the whole idea in execution part.
Okay, so the algorithm design, yeah, that's a very good question, and it needs to be addressed for coming software engineers as well. Um, I take a very different approach, which worked for me consistently over a long period of time. Many people try to jump into coding once the problem is given, but that's kind of risky because you get into coding halfway through and you cannot get out of it. So that creates more problems. So my approach is to spend 70% of the time thinking about solving the problem, uh, and 30% of the time dedicate to coding the problem. So for example, within the 70%, I focus more on the critical or tricky piece of the algorithm. First, try to solve it with whatever idea I have. I'm not trying to over optimize it, trying to solve the critical piece and then build everything around on top of it, get a working one. And now once it is in a good shape, analyze the time complexity, memory complexity, and see if any data structures can efficiently handle this particular or logic. um, and also revise the logic if you think the time complexity is very high, etc. So I come to the optimization in the second phase, etc. And while coding, actually, one of the very important things is about recursive approach. When we write recursive algorithms, the entry and exit points, writing them clearly is a very critical skill, because most of the times these algorithms run into problems in real time because of unknown situations. So it's very important to practice. It's a practice as well to write recursive code well. So you have to practice a lot on the recursive front, etc. And Yeah, this is how I approach solving the problem,
Good,
and
good.
would recommend this way too. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
So I just go into the next level. Like you worked on data science. So data science, how
yeah.
you applied the data,
Mhm.
and what are the problems you are solving?
There are lots of problems to solve in data science. So one thing, like the how do we deal with the data? So most of the times the data that we get is not from experimental studies. It's
Mhm,
from the world which is beyond the lab. We don't work inside a lab. The data is general from everywhere. So the data, there are, when we get the data, it's very important to clean the data, understand any deficiencies in the data, etc.
mhm,
So that's very important, because we are not in a lab setup. So anything wrong in the data could give misleading results. So first, the data cleaning is very important, and within data cleaning, how to fill the missing values, how to try to add more data if the data is imbalanced, check the balance conditions, like how, whether everything you are trying to predict is in balanced mode, the class labels, etc. That's one of the things. And also, one very critical thing is about data leakage. So if there is any data leak from training set to test set, then it shows really different results, like very hard to believe results. So for example, it might show 90% accuracy, etc.
mhm,
So it's very important to make sure that duplicates are removed, there is no data leakage, especially in financial data,
mhm,
time series data. We are doing back testing, so the data actually is in a sequence mode. So how do we try to avoid problems like data leakage? There are many techniques like data purging, embargo, or combinatorial validation, etc., cross validation, etc. That we need to look into those aspects to make sure that data is not leaked into test set, etc.
mhm,
And the other challenge with data science problems is lots of variables. The more variables you add, you might get misleading results, etc. So there are lots of multicollinearity things, that the variables are very dependent on each other, correlated to each other, etc. We need to remove that correlation through some techniques like PCA, etc., using variance inflation factor, etc. So don't for data science projects also, it's very important to select the correct features.
mhm,
It's not fully like you can throw whatever variables you want,
mhm,
especially for data science projects, because analysis is very important, because we have to find out whether this feature is really causing that problem, etc. In machine learning, probably machine learning and deep learning, probably if you throw multiple variables also internally, it finds out the way out of it. But for data science problems especially, we are finding out the cause relationship, etc. So it's very important to select the features. Yeah, this is about data science problems, how to deal with data science problems.
okay, okay.
And
Thanks.
and
Okay,
the other
so
question, you said what type of problems?
we are
So many
solving.
problems, like in if we take the example of sports, I try to predict the next action in the football,
Mhm,
or what is the next number of goals that are possible in the next 10 minutes,
okay.
etc. If in tennis also. So in finance, where the stock direction is going to be,
Mhm,
or in finance, like what's the price of the, or optimal price of a call option, put option, etc. So
okay,
lots of problems faces that data science, machine learning can solve. Yeah.
okay. Nice. Thanks, Arvind. Moving to the next question. Machine learning, you worked a couple of things, right? So, what kind of pitfalls or mistakes could happen? Possible problems can happen in the machine learning.
Machine learning especially, it's like trying to learn from the data. The machine learning pitfalls. um, trying to validate the data before giving it to the algorithms. For example, uh, validating and trying to normalize the data is very important,
Mhm.
because if you don't normalize the data, then the machine learning algorithm might not converge because of many challenges that which I can explain in a detailed video. So the data normalization is very important, especially for machine learning to converge the gradient descent algorithm, etc. That one aspect that we need to look into. And the other aspects with machine learning is pitfalls is like uh, trying to uh, what do you say, um, uh, not break into validation set and test set, etc. Trying to optimize it from the test set is very risky. So we have to have separate validation set as well when you're trying to optimize the performance of the machine learning algorithm. The validation set is very important. So uh, it all depends on the use case, which use case actually is required here. If the data set is small, then how can you use cross validation? If data set is huge, how can you use the train validation split? That's where some things, based on the type of the problem and based on the type of the data set we have to do make some choices between that. Yeah.
So nice to know about all this. And what kind of technology tools which you are going to specifically select when we are working on this machine learning selection of that?
Many open source tools, because many companies try to minimize the costs
Mhm.
and also be upgraded, because we have many open source tools like MLflow, which is
Mhm.
the Apache developed mode. So this gives a repository to hold machine learning models, and also tracks the experiments, because in machine learning generally different experiments need to be conducted, because we are not going to know beforehand which one is going to work. And there is an intelligent way of guessing the right parameters for the model, optimizing the parameters like Bayesian hyperparameter tuning, etc. But we need to track the different models. So for that, MLflow would be really helpful, which is open source. And if you are looking for a managed version, then the Amazon Cloud, AWS, or Databricks has some uh, platform which is built on top of MLflow, which is a supported version, etc. That's one thing, the MLflow tools. And you can use SageMaker or in Microsoft's cloud as well. There are some platforms where we can uh, everything is integrated, the experiment tracking, model tracking, etc.
So Arvind, we discussed most of the technical part. Now I just want to understand how you manage your work-life balance in your work and in your home, how it is.
Yeah, so it's very important to have support from the home because the technology is ever changing, and yeah, so it is rapid progress. We need to keep ourselves updated with the new technologies. So it's very important thing to discuss with your family members on how you have to be updated, etc. Try to persuade them, and also take a couple of hours after office hours or something on the weekends that you can plan for any additional courses, etc. That is where we can manage some work-life balance, do some balancing with that, and if required, probably take a special mentorship uh, course with someone who is already in that industry, etc. That's how um, uh, you can be more quicker
Mhm.
there. I mean, um, there are always new tutorials, etc. So you need not spend too much time exploring everything by yourself. So maybe mentorship or coaching would be fast, so that you can pivot to new technologies, etc. Yeah, that's how I try to manage the work life balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So Arvind, which one recently you selected for mentorship or you recently learned?
Not in this year, but I did some mentorship courses for executive roles like CEO and CTO roles.
Mhm.
How to what the board wants from a CEO or CTO, what they are looking for, and how to drive the business goals along with the team, etc. So there's some completely different perspective from the technical ladder that one can get. So I did take some coaching on that, how to do that, and how to percolate information through the chain, and how to keep aligned with what the business wants, and how it is just not about technology. It's about managing people, and it's all about leadership styles, like how do you make changes effectively in the system, etc. Because many people will be hesitant, so how do we manage that progress, etc.
Mhm.
Yeah, so these are very different things, and any frameworks that you can follow to track the progress within the leadership frameworks. There are lots of frameworks, and how startups work, how
Mhm.
uh, what is the funding for required for startups, how the startups get funding, etc.
So
So
do you
all these
have any
things
idea for going for a startup?
yeah, definitely. So definitely
About
I
to
want to
start
pursue.
thinking?
Yeah,
Okay, good, good,
yeah,
good.
I'm pursuing about doing my own business
Hmm.
with all the coaching that I have received, and also probably look at funding opportunities, etc. Once something is in place, you will have better bargaining potential to get more funds for your venture, etc. And
Hmm.
how to get the seeding, like initial Series A funding, pre-seed, Series A, Series B, etc. All those things are there on top of my mind, but
Okay,
I'm not at that phase. But definitely,
upcoming.
that gave me more. The mentorship really gave me more confidence to do my own business or start up my own venture, etc. Yeah,
Nice. It's a great discussion, Arvind. So thanks so much for
yeah,
your time, and we'll wind up here. Please share and like this video. I, I invite all your friends and your connections to share this one. Thank you.
yeah. Thanks a lot, Pavan, for inviting me, and this was really great discussion. And let's keep in touch, and more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.